You're here if you decided in your sketches that you were going to do a radial balance. If you chose a symmetrical or asymmetrical, turn off this video and go watch those videos, because all we're doing is a radial balance right now. So you should have done some sketches, and if you decided you liked a radial balance the best, you're then going to receive a square paper like this that you are going to repeat 4 times. And so what you're going to do is, the first thing you're going to do is decide what is going to be the center of my design. So I'm going to make a little dot right here because that's going to be the center of my design every time. Then I'm going to sketch in my design. So if I liked this one the best, I might just think of this like a quarter, a little fourth of it, because that's all we're using is the fourth. So I might make my line that comes out, and I might have lines that go through like this. And if you choose this, if I were to cut this out, it's going to fall right through. So what I need to do is map out how to make these lines like your border. Your border is what's keeping everything together like this. And that's how everything doesn't fall apart. So everything is going to connect to your border in some way. This one connects here, that goes there, that goes there, and it all connects together, and that's what keeps it together like this big piece. So what I need to do is put it in the corner and make them into wider lines. So this is going to connect to my border right there, like that. And then I'm going to bring this one up and connect it to the border here. And do I want that line? I think I do. I think I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to make this a line like that. And I'm just going to go on both sides of the line so that now I have a line that I can, or a shape that I can cut out. You see how this has made a shape, and if I cut this out right here, then it won't mess with my design. My design will all stay one piece. So then I'm going to do the same thing here. This will be something I can cut out, and this line will connect to this. This. Okay, so if I cut this out, the same thing's going to get cut out on this side over here. So what's going to be great is these will connect. I think I'm going to bring that up to there so that it connects to my border, so it's kind of stronger right there. So I'm going to do that with everything, and I'm just going to check. You will have some mirrors on your desk, so you can line up your mirrors like this and like this, and that's going to show you what your radial design will look like. So do I like my radial design? I think I do. I think I'm good with it. I will have to finish this part obviously, but if I didn't like it, or you don't like yours at this stage where you're looking at the mirrors, you can just add more in. So once you've got a design that you like and you think it turned out nice and all your pieces aren't going to connect together, why don't you just pause the video, make sure you have everything ready for that, and then you can come back to the video when you have that all done. So I'm going to pretend like you have that all done and you're ready to move on. So once you have that all mapped out, then you're going to take your image and you're going to make sure this goes to the center. The dot is always going to the center. And you're just going to trace over your lines. And what that's going to do is connect everything, or transfer your image here so you can connect everything. So you can see it's going to be a little confusing later. Here, I'm not going to want to cut here. So I want to erase this away because I want this to be connected to my border. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So after you have everything traced here, which I don't, I'm trying to go quick so you don't get bored. But once you have all that traced over and it looks nice, you could, if you wanted to, kind of show yourself, okay, this is going to be the piece I cut out, but it's not going to get cut here because I want that to connect to my border. You might want to really go through your design and make sure that nothing's going to fall through when you do the X-Acto part. Okay, so after you trace this corner, you're going to flip it. I'm going to do it again. Make sure that the center dot is in the center, and I'm just going to flip it over like this. So then I can then trace this other side because now I have lead from that first transfer. So I'm going to trace this really quick, just a few of them. And I can do the same thing again, kind of make sure it lines up. I must not have traced that the first time. And erase any parts that are going to connect so I don't confuse myself later. So then I just traced this right here. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it this way. And then I'm going to flip it this way to finish my design. Okay, so making sure you flip it every time, otherwise they won't connect where you want them to. This won't connect here because it would just be like this. It won't connect the same way. Okay, so you have to make sure you flip it and line up your design. So after you have that all transferred, like I said, go back through, make sure you flipped it the right way because I will make you erase it if you don't, and redo it, which you don't want to do. Making sure that all your parts aren't going to fall through. Then you can glue this into your sketchbook. Maybe have me check it over first before you glue this in so you don't have to redo everything, which would be horrible. Okay? So then you would be ready for the X-Acto part. So, awesome.